Hi, my name is Nina Marola, and I will be showing you how to work with Plickers. The grade level outcome I addressed was recognizes the type of throw, volley, or striking action needed for different games and sports. My students were working with badminton, and I wanted to assess their knowledge on the types of striking actions and general rules of badminton. First, you will need to go to plickers.com, and you will need to create an account. You will need your name, your email, and your password. But I already have an account, so I'm going to click to sign in and then sign in. Then we will want to add a class. So on the left-hand side here, you'll see where you can add a class. So we'll go ahead and click add class and we'll put PE grade 5 assessment. And then we'll go ahead and create the class. Now we can go over and click on that class where you see it, and we'll press add students. And this is where we can now add our student's name by first name and last name and create a student roster. I'll go ahead and add some students into our roster, and then you can go ahead and press next, and you can see your students pop up on the screen. Now I only entered 2 students, not by name, but you can add them by first and last name, and you can sort them either by their first and last name as well. If you would like, you can go to settings on the right side, and we can pick a color for the class. So I'll pick green. We can pick a subject, go down to health and PE, and you can add a year. So I worked with 5th grade, so I'm going to select the 5th grade option and press Save Changes. We can start creating our assessment. So in the top left-hand corner, you can see where it says New Set. We're going to click that, and then we can start creating the questions we would like to assess the students on. Top, you can see it says Untitled Set. You can pick a title for your set. So my students did badminton, so I'm going to name it badminton. And then you can start filling in your question. So then my question was, in badminton, this is the hit that begins the play. And then you can create all the answers. So you can put serve, smash, drop, and clear. After you put in the question and all of the answers, you can click on the correct choice over here on the left-hand side. So the correct choice is serve, so I'm going to click A so that that's the right answer when the students answer the question. If you would like to add another question, at the top left you can see the plus sign. Just click the plus sign and that will take you to a new question. You can also set a true-false question where there's only 2 answer choices, A and B, instead of having all 4 answer choices. So a true-false question we are going to ask is, the same person serves the entire game, true or false? The correct answer is false, so we're going to click A right here where it says false, and then we have our questions for now. After we finish our questions, we can go press this home button right here where it will take us back to the main screen where we created our assessment. So that we have our assessment made, we can add it to our PE class that we created. So on the left-hand side where you see classes, we're going to click our class that we created, which is PE grade 5 assessment right here. And then you can see where our assessments show up and we can add them. So we created badminton, so you can just press add, and now those questions are added to that PE class that you created. Now that we have all of our questions added to our class that we created, we can now test our students. So you can press play now. After you can hook this up to a screen projector, or you can print out questions, however you want to do it. But if you hook it up to a screen projector, you can press play now, and then it will display the question like so. If you would like to reveal the answer after you ask the question and scan all of the students' answers, you can reveal the answer to the class, and it'll highlight that answer in green. After the assessment, if you would like to see how your students did, we can go ahead and close the assessment and see their progress. So when I used this Plicker assignment, I tested a Appleby Badminton 5th grade class. So we'll go to that on the left-hand side over here, and you can see how your students did. So my students over here got 71% overall. However, you can see a full report if you go to the right side where you can see go to set report. So we will go ahead and click on go to set report. And this is where you can see how each individual student did and whether they did very well or not so well. So I didn't have a class roster of everyone's name prior to coming to class, so I entered 30 students, knowing there would be between 20 and 30 students in my class. If you want to specifically see what questions your students got right and wrong, you can scroll down to the questions and go ahead and select that question, and then you can see exactly what students got that question right and what students got that question wrong. So for this question, after we answered the question, you get immediate results that 18 students got it wrong and only 5 students got that right. So this is then where you can talk through that question with your students and explain that points in badminton may only be scored by the serving side, and you can explain them the rules of the badminton serving, so that way these students are getting immediate feedback and learning. And if we go back to all the questions again, we can see right here, we'll pick one that all of the students got right. The same person serves the entire game. The right answer is false. So you can see everyone got that question right, so maybe this isn't a question that needs to be focused on and reiterated for the students. So overall, you can see that on the first question, only 22% of students got it right. Second question, 78. Third and fourth question, all of the students got right. And the last question, only 55% of the students got right. So the questions we spent some more time talking about with the students was how points may only be scored on the serving side, and the continual play between a serve and the fault is called a rally. Pros to this website and using Plickers is that there are free Plickers that you can print out. So if you go to the top right hand corner, you'll see help. If you click that, you can see where it says get Plicker cards. If you go ahead and click get Plicker cards, you can either select standard, expanded, large font, or large card expanded. And this will give you the number of cards there are and how many cards per sheet, and then the font size and what these are ideal for. These are all free Plicker cards that are available off their website. However, if you use Plickers a lot, you can scroll down and you can find laminated cards that you can buy right on Amazon as well. Another pro of this website is if you go back to help and click the help button, you can see a getting started guide. So if you go ahead and click that, it takes you step by step on how to get started and create your assessment. It tells you to download the app, get the cards, sign up on Plickers, creating your content, scanning student responses, how to view the results, and some other resources. These were all very helpful tips to read when creating an assessment. Overall, Plickers are very easy to use and a very, very easy way to assess students and get immediate results and provide them immediate feedback as well. One tricky thing I would say is navigating the website at first can be a little tricky, and you can just play around with all of the settings and all of the questions, and you can see all of your students, which sometimes can be a little tricky, but once you get a hang of it, it's a very good website to use to assess your students. Overall, as a first-time user of Plickers myself, I had a very positive experience working with Plickers with my 5th grade students. I was a little nervous that they would not all participate or get the hang of using the Plickers, but they all understood them very easily and have actually used them before. So it was very easy to use these. I got immediate results on their feedback and how they felt about the questions, and I was able to provide them with feedback about the correct answers, and we could talk about the questions that most of the students did not get right.